Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm over in Watcher of Realms, as you can probably see. And I'm going to do some of the dailies. I've done some things already today, but I'm going to see about knocking the rest of those out. So, here in the mine, we've got 2 diamonds, 1 auto fight attempt, 2 insignia of mages 2, 3,050 gold, 6 stamina, 1,900 XP potions, and 2 insignia of endurance 1s. I'll also claim this 50 gold that just appeared because, hey, why not, right? Alright, let's come over to Barut, see what he has. Nothing too exciting. Let's refresh him and see if he gets anything better. We did. We got a rare summoning crystal for only 70 diamonds. So that's pretty good. I'll take it. Refresh again and see what we have here. Another rare summoning crystal. I'll take that one as well. And then I think I will go ahead and grab these auto fight attempts. 25% off, 18,700. Sure, why not? And then we'll refresh again and look at it. I don't know that I want any of that. I guess I'll go ahead and get some more of these auto fight attempts. I don't want to run out of them. I have quite a few left, but it may not be a good idea to hold off on that. Alright, so checking the other shops over here, we've got a huge stamina potion we can grab from the arena shop. And I suppose I can grab these auto fight attempts here as well. 5 of those is 50 total for 100 arena coins, so may as well get that. Could get some of these legendary artifact essences at some point. Probably I might want to. I don't know. I just it's another of those gear things that I just never seem to get around to do. Let's get back out of there. Over. Okay, we got 15 minutes left on that harbor master guy over there, or girl, as the case may be. Over in the events window, we have the Duel of Champions, which is for fighting arena battles. We've got a couple of things to claim there. Looks like we have 1 huge stamina potion and 70 diamonds. We're not too far away from getting those 2 rare summoning crystals. And we have 1 day left and 3 hours, so that's pretty certainly going to happen. Not 100%, but pretty surely it will. Let's go ahead and go to the quests, the daily quests over here. We've got clearing these stages 5 times today, giving us 1 stamina potion sample and 2 golden cogs. Spending 100 stamina today gives us another of those stamina potion samples, 2 more cogs. Making a purchase in the black market gives us 10,000 coins and 2 cogs. Participating in the arena 1 time gives us 5 of the quick clear tickets and 2 golden cogs. Obtaining 1 piece of gear from Gear Raid gives us 5 of the quick clear tickets and 2 golden cogs, and just for signing in we get 5,000 coins and 2 cogs. In addition, we got some weekly thing to claim here. It is spend 500 stamina, and we get 3 stamina potion samples for that. Alright, also on the dailies we have a few things left to do, so let's give friendship points 1 time first and foremost. Quick claim and give. Then we can claim those 10 friendship points and 2 golden cogs. Then we have, I think next I will perform 1 summon. We have 9 available summoning crystals. We're going to use 1 of those just to get that quest finished, essentially. And so we've got Nero, the 3-star mage from the Cultist and Watcher faction. He's a lord for the Cultist faction. Nero's a flame-cloaked master of AoE damage and faction leader for the Cursed Cult. Crank the heat, he says. He is the father to Solil also. So for that, we claim 2 golden cogs and 2 4-star psychic power shards. Afterward, I'm going to come over here and level up a hero 3 times. Let's see what we've got. So we do have Rosalia at level 54. Not really sure I have enough to do much with. I don't have very much at all to level her up with at the moment as far as XP potions go. So let's go on down and see if I have anybody else that I am interested in leveling up the moment, we have Olog. I do want to work on him. We also have Abby Zhao. Yeah, Abby Zhao is her name. Okay, so let's see if we can level up Olog 3 times. Should be able to. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So that clears that quest up and gives us 1 of the stamina potion samples and 2 golden cocks. Okay, otherwise, claim the Tide Onslaught rewards 1 time. I can go ahead and do that. Again, I'm just going to claim the loot. I'm not going to assign the Tide talents or try any of the waves or anything like that. We're just going to get the loot from it and move forward. Because again, it's midnight. One of these days I'm going to get on before midnight. It's going to be crazy. Alright. So we got 38 legendary skill dust, 352 talent points, 34 epic skill dust, 11,000 gold, 85 stamina, 112 rare skill dust, 1 fallen reaper demon soldier shard, and 1 elite skeleton archer's demon soldier shard there. Alright, looking around here, I think next I'm just gonna go claim this for one thing. So I've got 1 stamina potion sample and 2 golden cogs for that. Okay, now for Hyperion, gonna head over there. We've got 2 auto fight attempts for that, and then into the Pantheon we go. Alright, looks like we've got the basic trial and the trial of the piercers here. And I will do a quick clear on the stage 8 of the basic trial. Alright, start this. It'll go obviously quickly, as the name implies. We got 156 XP potions and 9 of the Shelter Insignia 3s for that. Then we can go to the, hit the big back arrow there. Go to the Trial of the Piercers, and I don't know if I want to try number 10 or not. Let's look at the map. I've forgotten what we're dealing with here. Okay. So, we've got 5 ground portals, 2 soul shards to protect. We got the life-stealing queen spider girl. I think that's what she fetters. She basically stuns the person, and it makes them unable to attack. She also has acidic venom, inflicts poison on a random target, and control immunity makes her immune to all crowd control effects except slow. She's a melee unit. She's the queen of the underground spiders. She also has armored Drak, poisonous eggs, and fallen Templars along with her. So, that's what the map looks like. I don't recall what was going on with it last time I tried it, or if I did in fact try stage 10. I don't really recall if I did or not. Looks like a lot of the people that I have in the Piercers faction don't have any clothes on right now. Okay. I do have some new people in this faction, I would say, since I last did this, but it looks like I haven't really leveled them up. So, I think maybe I don't want to. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this today. I'll come back to it next time, maybe. Maybe we can level up somebody between now and. I don't have any XP to use on it, or any XP potions. So yeah, we'll just quick clear and get that one knocked out pronto, right? We got 9 agility insignia 3s and 156 XP potions for that. Let's go back now to the Pantheon. Now it's showing us the sword here, and we would need 16 more of these things in order to get to the next level. We don't have them, so off we go from that. Alright. So, nothing to claim there. Heading over to the quests, we have a couple things to claim. We obtained a daily chest from Hyperion, giving us 10,000 gold and 2 golden cogs. We also cleared a faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time, giving us another 10,000 gold and 2 more golden cogs. We also have the box at the top to claim now, and for that we get 35 diamonds and 2 golden cogs. Out of there, and on to the Gold Dragon Pass. Actually, I'm going to back up because we have more stamina than we have max stamina allotted to us. So I'm going to go ahead and knock some of those into the Gear Raid 1 for this Oracle Trial here. We can get those started in the background. Actually, I've got another idea because I do have 8 auto or quick clears left. We might as well use those real quick. So we will start those, and that'll use up a good bit of the stamina very quickly, and you can start regaining that, right? Okay, so for that, we got 220 Lost Legacy trophies, 41,580 coins, 6,048 XP potions, 10 small Arachnid Demon Soldier shards, and a little variety of gear here. Alright, cool. Get out of there. I suppose I should see if I've got enough to throw some into some more of these auto fights in the background here. Start that. Okay, so now we have that going. Got 2 hours and 46 minutes left on that Oracle trial. Not really, I don't really have any big goals for doing well on that trial or anything. I just, you know, I figure the higher up we get, the better, right? So we got 10 quick clear tickets, 2 Insignia of Marksman 3s, 2 Arena permits, 3 auto fight attempts, and 1 huge stamina potion from our idol rewards today. And then, let's go and see how much longer I have before I can refresh on the arena. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds. All of these guys are well over 400,000 BP. Our BP, okay, the displayed BP is 386,096. The real BP of my auto fights is like 379,000, somewhat, I think, on that team. I should redo it, and I should do some, I guess, real-time fights on that, but not gonna do it right now. Alright, on the quests for the weekly, I've got to eliminate 2,000 monsters. We claim these 3 stamina potion samples for that. Okay, then we have over in the Gold Dragon Pass some daily quests to claim. Logging into the game gives us 200 Gold Dragon tokens. Spending 50 stamina gives us another 200 Gold Dragon tokens. Participating in the arena 1 time gives us another 200 Gold Dragon tokens, leveling us up to 73. And making 1 purchase in the black market of the Dwarven Association gives yet another 200 Dragon tokens. Then, clearing any stage 5 times a day also gives us 200 Gold Dragon tokens. And over in the level rewards, we're at the point where we're just getting XP potions. Every time we get a level, past level 70, then we get a 15,000 potion, 15,000 point potion, I suppose we'll say, and that goes into the little collection down here at the bottom. So, and we'll get the bonus after the season ends in the mailbox. So we're stacking it up a little bit, and we certainly do need it. So, okay, got that going on, and then we have some freebies over here. Time limited offers. We click on Daily Luck, and we can claim these 1 legendary summoning crystal shards, 10 auto fight attempts, and 40,000 gold from that window. Following that, we got the W Gold Shop over here, and we click on the tab that says W Gold Shop, and over on the left we have a chest, and it gives us 30 stamina today. For the regular bundle, we go to the Spirit Invocation Pack, go to the chest to the left, and we get another 30 stamina. Not bad. I like free stamina. Alright, then, I think next I'm going to head to the guild. I haven't claimed the guild rewards from the dragons last night, so let's see what we have here. In the Nightmare 3 legendary chest, We have 400 of the legendary skill dust and 1 rare summoning crystal. We also have 1 unpolished legendary soulstone shard. Those are pretty nice. I don't know how close I am to being able to get a legendary soulstone, but I should check that here in a little bit just for funsies, right? Over on the Nightmare 2, let's see what we have here. It is one of these 4-star psychic powers and 12,000 hero XP potions. Alright, that's cool. 1217, I'm gonna go ahead and auto fight Nightmare 3. And this is definitely a team that I need to update. One of these days here soon, I will redo these fights. I keep telling myself that, and it's going to happen eventually. In the meanwhile, we've got Xena, Arrogant, Sulkaden, Setrum. They're all doing very well. Idrin. I could certainly increase the amount of damage that they do and do much better here at this point, because all of these guys have gone up in their abilities since then, and even just using the same exact team would get me more of the dragon's blood than what this is going to, but that's okay. It does well enough for the nonce. Trying to think. Let's see. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, I can't make any guarantees about whether I'll be able to do it then or not. Like redoing the fights. I do think it would be a good idea to, on a lot of things like this, because again, the people's gear has all gone up, and some of these guys have gotten skill increases, and also just I even think some of them may have gotten some levels or promotions or something since then. Not most of them though. All right, so we'll complete that and then do the Nightmare 2 also on auto, and it'll be a kind of a similar thing. On the overall statistics so that we can watch this interesting jockeying for position that goes on between Xena, Arrogance, Sulkadens, and Setrum. Actually, they all just kind of they start out moving around quite a bit, and of course with Xena coming in and out, and different people kind of building different, building up their DPS and things like that. I think it's interesting to watch the leaderboard, if you will, over there, the overall statistics. And of course, Arrogance, he just does solid DPS consistently. There's no fluctuations really for him. As you all know, I'm not especially visual, and I just now noticed that there was like a little snowflake over the dragon's head there for a moment. I have no idea what the snowflake is all about, and I wonder who put a snowflake on. What does it mean? The fire's up under his bar. That's all burning stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, burning. The shield, I don't know what that is. Defense minus 20. Okay, so that's from Ares, I'm sure, because that's why I put him in here, was to decrease the defense versus, I think, physical. All right, so for that, we got 10,287 dragon's blood. Complete there. Okay, so we challenged Drake Chasm 2 times today. Here's our guild quests. We got the guild daily sign-in, and that gave us 20 of the guild coins. 20 guild activity tokens, and 2,000 gold. Challenge from Drinks Chasm twice today. Got us another 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity, and then 5,000 gold. For participating in the arena 5 times today, we got another 20 guild activity tokens, 40 guild coins, and 10 diamonds. Okay, the only thing we haven't done here that I want to do today is going to be the donations. I don't want to donate legendary extracts, but I will donate some rare skill dust. I have a good bit of it, and I can live without 20 of them. We got 50 guild activity tokens and 25 guild coins for that. 20 epic skill dust. You know, I'm actually, I think I don't want to delete, or I don't want to donate those today, because I feel like they may come in handy elsewhere. For the background fights, we got 27,720 coins, 4,500 XP potions, 120 Lost Legacy trophies, and a little bit of gear. Now, I'm going to go over to the Harbor Master, where we have 30 buttercream mushrooms and 30 jumbo spinach, and send her back out and see if we can potentially get some birch sap. That's what all cool kids are doing. Eating the birch sap. That and Tide Pods, you know? Alright, arena. We're gonna refresh these guys. We've got 5 permits at the moment. The only one of these guys that I want to take a chance on right now is Gray. Gray is from Portugal. Alright, Gray from Portugal with 400,033 BP. Probably going to smash my face a bit, but that's okay. Don't mind. Alright, so my official number is 379,663 with this auto fight team here. Let's see who they pull up and what the strategy is over here on the right. They have Valeria. Valeria has Blood Infusion. Increases damage by 140%. Each attack causes 10% HP drain to the hero and generates 1 stack of Power of the Sword, up to 8 stacks. The hero cannot be healed during the skill. When the skill ends, deals 440% burst damage to the main target and 4 targets around them. Then they put out Valderon. I've seen Valderon used many times in Arena. He has Diabolic Manifestation, gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality. When Potent Surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of Chaotic Vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. And then they have added a couple more people here. We've got Sithra, who I've seen a number of times but always forget who she is. She has Fatal Kiss, and I won't be able to read it all because we're defeated instead. Alright, so that was Gray with 400,033 BP. Stats show that Valeria, I believe her name was Valeria, did 4,553,000, followed by Xena with 3,113,920. Then came Valderon with 2,926,760, and then Idrin at 2,672,650. Alright, we got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champion points for that. Let's get out of there for the moment, and let's see, I wanted to check on those, I don't even know where to look exactly. Maybe, shards, of course. Alright, so for the soulstone, unpolished legendary soulstones, it takes 1,200 of them to make 1 soulstone. We're 44 in. That's really not too shabby if you ask me. We're very close to getting a 5-star psychic power, which is nice. That'll help us, that'll help us level up somebody to higher number of shards and higher level. Get somebody up to level 60 after that. Don't know, I think I was working on Rosalia next. I may have gotten, yeah, okay, I got her up to level 54, so that was the one I was looking at earlier. But definitely need to get her a little bit higher. I want to check on who can I level up skill-wise. looks like Xena and Solkadins. I think last time I'd chosen Solkadins, maybe yesterday or somewhere in that time period. I only have 2 of these legendary skill crystals right now, though, and that's, I don't know, that's a little insufficient. I kind of like to keep a couple back in case of emergency, if you want to call it that, in case I suddenly decide that I need to use it, basically. All right, I just want to look at something real quick in the heroes, and that is old Aaron, wherever he is. Okay, see, he has a defensive dispel, and that was what I used him for whenever I fought the Immortal Codex guy, whatever his name was. I don't have very many people with dispels. This one here does, and this Midan. So Midan does, Aaron does, and I have one more healer who does. And it is, I don't think it's her, it's Leia, right? No, not Leia. It's, see, I can't remember. I had checked previously because I was using them specifically for the dispel, because it's the one where you have all of the Aeonas on the board. You know what I should do is sort by healers, obviously. But it's got all the Aeonas on the board, and you're trying to essentially keep them alive, and that's kind of the whole point. Anything else you do? Oh yes, there's the third one, Miss Sandy. Right. I just kept going right by her. I have such trouble recognizing people. So yeah, that's the one that I was looking at, that I was using previously, actually. She also has this, which is nice. Applies attack speed increase to all heroes within the attack range every 40 seconds. I don't know if that applies to the Aeonis in that fight or not. I'm not sure if they count as your allies, if they count as like heroes or not. But anyway, it would perhaps help if I could get her chain of healing a little more leveled up, because that's the one that dispels the debuffs, and so if I could get that going off more often by decreasing the skill cost, and of course increasing the initial rage is cool. But yeah, so if I could get that to level 5, then that would help a little bit on that particular fight. It's not that relevant because I don't actually know how often that Immortal Codex comes around, so it probably doesn't make too much difference. Looks like Midan's all maxed out. Interestingly, I had no idea I had maxed her skills out, but apparently I did at some point. And the other one is Aaron. Aaron is also all maxed out, and he also has the defensive dispel. Using the 3 of them makes it so that I can hit all of the Aeonas with the dispel. So it works. It's not grand. There's another guy that I have who does the dispel, and I guess it's this guy here, Langland. I think he has a dispel too. Yeah, dispels 1 negative effect for 1 ally in range and increases the caster's attack by 40% for 14 seconds. So that's in case of desperation, you could always use Langland. I mean, everybody's got Langland, I think. So, so if you're desperately looking for someone to do that dispel, he can do it. It may not be what you want, but sometimes it's what you need, right? Unfortunately, he can only dispel one thing. And I think maybe if I were to do it again, I might try to make it to where the only person in his range is Aeona, and I can stick him on the Aeona in the center of the V, so that so that's the only target he has, and that way every time that he ultimates, he's going to dispel her. But he has to have a healer on him too, because he's a wimp, he just dies. So you can't put him out of range of the other healers. But his range is kind of weird anyway, so I don't think it would be too difficult to make it to where he could hit the Aeona, and yet still others could hit him without him hitting them. So yeah, that's my thought on all that. Okay, events. Gotta head over to the Lucky Roulette because we have 26 of the Lucky Cogs right now, and our golden cogs, and we need to do some spins here and see what we can get. Alright, looks like we've got 2 mythic extract shards, 4 mythic extract shards total. 5 diamonds, 3 ancient summoning crystal shards, 30 stamina, and 60,000 hero XP potions from that spin. We got another 10 die spin, which is 2 mythic extract shards, 2 ancient summoning crystal shards, 2 5-star psychic power shards, 3 auto fight attempts, 20,000 gold, 30 stamina, and 60,000 more XP potions. That's pretty nice. Do another 6 spins here. And we get 2 mythic extract shards, 5 diamonds, 2 5-star psychic power shards, 4 of those, 20,000 gold, and 20,000 XP potions. So, very cool. That helps out with leveling up some heroes. And we also have the grand prize over here, which you get after every 25 spins on the wheel. So we got 100,000 gold and 1 rare summoning crystal for that. Okay, Brave Conquest is going to start in 2 hours and 26 minutes. Duel of Champions is going to end in 1 day, 2 hours and 26 minutes. And we're almost at that 2 rare summoning crystal mark on there, which pretty soon we'll be able to refresh on the arena. We're definitely going to get that by the end of tomorrow, one way or another. Event sign in if you haven't done it yet. If you haven't finished it yet, it ends in 2 days and 2 hours. So you got a few more chances there. We haven't done the zombie invasion yet, and we also have the Immortal Codex to do. I'm going to head over to the Oracle's Trial and put some more auto fights into this gear raid. I think 1, not sure. Yeah, gear raid 1 for that. Okay, that's the only Oracle Trial that we have running at the moment. The Vault in the Sands opens up in 2 hours and 25 minutes. And that's a Gear Raid 2 one. Which I think that's the one with the barricades. I believe. Alright, just kind of looking this all over. Let's see how long we have on this. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So, we could get something else done while we wait here. We have something in the storage, maybe? Yes, we do. 5-star Psychic Power Shard can be made, so let's make it. I wonder how many of those I have right now. Let's head back over to the heroes just to see if we went to promotion, who would I want to mess with, and also how far away from being able to promote someone are we? Well, obviously I have need to just go one to the next of them because of course it won't show the red dot because I don't have enough people to actually do it. I think that's what that's all about, right? The red dot thing, you know, me and the red dot, we don't get along so well. All right, I'm gonna go back through here just in case I'm a fool. It's a high possibility after all. Let's see here. Sorry, I was actually accidentally out of the chat for a second there. Alright, so in fact, Leia is the next one on the list that hasn't been started up. I don't know if she is a high priority for me. And then we got a Vortex there as well. Looks like we got Greed. we've got quite a few who need to be started up. They're level 50 and they're just stuck at that roadblock. Yeah, I need a lot of XP potions to be able to level up all these guys. I don't know that it's as high priority as all that, but I was just kind of curious who all could benefit from a star up, right? Well, let's see how many I have. I only have the one, so long and far from being able to do that. Over in quests, we've got clearing these stages 50 times, and that gives us 5 ancient summoning crystal shards. Let's get out of there, and then I think I've got to check on the arena again because time has passed. We got 42 seconds left on it before we can refresh. Why don't we go ahead and do something here in the storyline while we wait? Alright, this is H7-14. We're way too high BP for any of this stuff, but I will show it to you anyway. We got the map info, 2 of the soul shards to protect. There are 4 of those little eyes on the platforms. What those mean is that guys who are in the mist, the enemies, cannot be seen unless they are either around those blocks there, so adjacent to those squares with someone of your heroes on those squares, or until they run into a basically a fighter or a defender, and then they can be seen. However, anybody that you put on those eyes takes damage over time while they're there, so that's something to keep in mind too. Alright, so they've got Mist Skeletal Soldiers, Mist Baron Salems, Mist Superior Abyssal Beholders, Phantom Creepers. Now the Phantom Creepers are a little bit different. They actually can't be blocked at all unless they're right around one of those eye things. So if they run into a melee unit, they will just go right through them unless you have somebody on one of those eyes. And then they also have Mist Adag's followers. So everybody here either requires that they run into somebody or that you have somebody on those eyes there. The simple answer, put people on the eyes, no problem, right? Alright, so we're gonna fight, and again, I'm not terribly concerned about who I'm using on this because we're very much higher powered than the enemies are. So, let us throw Arrogance here, and we'll put Idrin here, and then I'll throw Chen here, and I guess Leia on the other side, just to have people here that can heal themselves, essentially, and not really have to worry about that part of this fight. Then we will throw, I suppose we'll throw Idril back there, and let's see, maybe we put Cetrum over here to take out that section of the world. And then we can throw Solkatans over here. And Enora on the other side. And it ought to make a pretty nasty gauntlet for whoever walks into it, which is should make it go fairly quickly, I think. No real sense in using her ultimate, even though I did, because I don't have anybody on the eyes over there, so we can't actually hit those guys until they come a little bit closer. Not too worried about it. If you were at a lower BP, And then where I'm at, you might want to put some guys on those other platforms with the eyes. And then you could position your healers so that you're healing those as well. And that way you could start hitting these guys while they're still waiting for that hourglass to go down and to activate. Because, you know, it's depending on what your setup is, you may not have the DPS to do this kind of gauntlet thing. Let's blow up some stuff real fast. Alright, so we cleared that stage. Got the three soul shards on it. We got 25 diamonds, 470 XP potions, and 630 coins there. And I believe that the arena should be ready to go at this point. So we got the background fight complete over here. 23,100 gold, 3,750 XP potions, a little bit of gear, 120 Lost Legacy trophies, and 10 small Arachnid Demon Soldier shards were our winnings from that. Get out of here. And actually, I guess before I do the arena, I'll go ahead and start some more background fights for me as well. Let's see how close we are to the next. Oh, okay. Alright, that's close enough to throw a little bit at it, I suppose. Let's go to stage 18. And we're gonna do like so. And then use a couple of these huge stamina potions. And then start some background fights. We're gonna set this to max. And start those. And that'll get us a little bit further on that leaderboard. Alright, out of there. And looks like, yeah, I think arena next. Let's refresh these. And we have some much lower BP targets here than where we're at. May as well try to knock those out if we can. Boris Alfred has 221,871 BP. Now, just because somebody's BP is lower doesn't necessarily mean it's an, easy win, but we'll see. Their monster BP is 273,311. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. They have Sun Wukong, Hotsuit, Baron, and that guy I almost know. Blue guy, it's like Boreas or something like that. I just saw him. I see him occasionally, and I don't know much about him. I only know what I see in here. So they throw out Baron first. He has evil armor. Casts a shield that can absorb damage equal to 90% of max health for 10 seconds. When the shield disappears, it does AoE damage. Alright, so we got the victory there. That was Boris Alfred with 221,871 BP. As far as stats go, Xena did very well. 1,025,112. For them, I actually did not even see Hotsuit out, but she did 50,543 damage. Pretty cool. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 XP potions for that. Alright, so next target's going to be Flay at 285,205 BP. Again, significantly lower BP than what we've got. The monster BP, however, is 326,718. So it's not going to be as big of a route as you might think. Don't be deceived here. They have some guy with a very fancy headdress. Alright. What have we over here? So far, nothing. There we go. Alright. Sun Wukong, splitting hairs. Deals 100% damage 18 times to one target. He also can make little clones, and so he's pretty cool in that way. So that was playing with 285,205 BP. And we got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 1 arena permit for that. I forgot to look at the stats. Sorry about that, guys. Failed you. Alright, Okay, the only one we would even come close to attempting would be Larson. I could try it. I'm probably gonna get smashed. But hey, you know what? Let's give it a go. We just took advantage of some lower BP folks than ourselves, so we may as well get taken advantage of now. Perhaps it's not even that because honestly, he's just sitting there. Where the fools throwing their faces into. Okay, here's Volderon. Diabolic Manifestation is his ultimate. Gains 1 stack of chaotic vitality. When potent surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of chaotic vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. Then he threw out Dao Chan and put her directly into DPS mode, so she can have DPS mode or healer mode. They've got her in DPS, that's why it's all red around her. Okay, Count Dracula is their third person here. Count Dracula was apparently a Halloween special and you can't get him anymore. He has Mind Shackle. During the ultimate, absorbs all soul rod effects to deal 55 damage to one enemy unit in range 5 times per second for 15 seconds. Inflicts the anti-healing effect for 5 seconds, and we just got beaten, so I can't tell you the rest. He does stuff. It's cool. That was Larson with 407,655 BP. Stats show that Volderon did the top damage with 6,963,770, which is excellent. It's really good. And then Xena was next with 3,226,100, followed by Count Dracula with 2,041,309, which is pretty cool because Count Dracula was, I believe, the last person to come out. Well, I mean, it went Valderon, Daochan, and then Count Dracula, so it's pretty cool. Alright, so we got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points. And also, I could be wrong about the order, that's just what I think happened there. Alright, so out of here, we've got 2 more arena permits left for later. Events tab, we've got some Duel of Champions reward, one of them. So we got those 2 rare summoning crystals. That's exactly what I was hoping to grab. Other than that, let's first check. Okay, we still got plenty of auto fights to go. We have that strange little orange dot here on the storage again, and I don't know why, because I don't think that there's anything that I can do. Hey, I do have 2 Volca soul stones that I continually forget about. I don't have a Volca, so it's no real help at this time, but later on. And then in the shards, yeah, there's nothing I can put together. I have no idea where the yellow dot is there, or the orange dot, or whatever color we want to go with. Okay, then in that case, let us head over to the zombie invasion, and we'll do a quick run through of that. Alright, I've got the potions equipped still. Been kind of going that direction. So this benefits your potion pools and stuff of that nature. It goes pretty well with the light and dark, so we're going to try to go with light and dark here. Alright, so we got the lightning chain and the blazing bolt. I'm going to refresh this because I don't see light or dark. We're going to get the spring of sticks for sure. And then we're going to try to get the tornado. Nothing there. Let's refresh again. We got the tornado. All is well. The world is good now. And again, I'm going to just try to get the things that, that are going to have at least some portion of them that stack. And that way we don't duplicate by, just clicking through without paying very much attention. I do want to get the Spring of Sticks, that Mire 3 though, because I like the Mire stuff, and the third rendition of that is obviously going to be the best one. So I do try to grab that even when I'm not paying a lot of attention to what I'm clicking. I do prefer it. That works with fire, that boil right there. So you definitely want to not get boil if you don't have fire, right? Now, getting the light mastery is always good. Light and dark masteries, and of course, light and dark damage. If you're going with the light or dark, then obviously makes sense, right? With this, the more generic you can go, the better as far as the damage goes. So if it just says the word damage, then that means all damage. If it says light damage, then obviously that would be any of your light stuff. And then it can get more specific and say like blazing bolt damage, for instance. We want the regular damage over blazing bolt damage because even though blazing bolt damage was significantly more, we have a couple of ways to get light damage or damage in general. And I'm not saying it's necessarily the best choice. If I were going to be taking my time with this, I definitely would have been inspecting the window up here to tell me what's doing the most damage. And if it was negligible for the second, so say like Blazing Bolt is doing all of the damage, which it currently pretty much is, then it wouldn't matter to boost the other one. This is good because it gives us more refreshers and the other two things are irrelevant. Fire and Ash we're not using. But anyway, so Blazing Bolt plus 60 may have been the way to go. That's just not the way that I went right now, because I didn't spend the time to inspect that, and also inspecting the other window would have been a good idea. Occasionally, you get different things. Maybe you can get crit rate chance or crit chance, and it may behoove you to go toward that rather than some other things. If you're paying attention to those numbers, then you can definitely do better than if you're just kind of clicking through and very, just scanning over the things quickly. So that's my 2 cents. I'm going to refresh this because I don't like any of them. Now, we are currently on wave 12, and normally if I'm doing what I would consider to be the faster version of this, where we're just going for things that stack and so like the cooldowns decreased or the damages increased, then I expect to get between level 20 and level 25 typically. Or wave, not level. Wave is more accurate. Anything that increases the ultimate duration is often useful as well. Now we're on wave 15. We're already starting to get some of the monsters making it up to the gate and being able to hit the gate. That doesn't bode particularly well, but we'll see. There are some things that can heal the gate back up, and I normally don't worry about those things so much, because typically when the enemy is reaching the gates, when they're that far along that the enemy's reaching the gates, things are pretty much over anyway. If they're piling up, if they're just barely reaching the gates, then maybe you got a chance. But if they're piling up on your gates, you're in some trouble for sure. And so typically the amount of healing that you can do is negligible compared to the amount of damage that's being done when the horde is at the gates. Which, as you can see, they're starting to do now. So we're on wave 19 at the moment, and it's not going swimmingly. But we made level 20 or wave 20. So it's not too bad. Could be worse. We'll refresh here. See if we can get something better. There's a damage plus 20. How's about it? Those meteors that you see coming in are from a potion. It's a pretty cool potion. We can get some light damage, dark damage. We're gonna get everything. Winter's Bite, sure. We got a burning potion, but I don't know if it was a large one. So we'll get the large one. We're gonna increase the attack speed, and then the rest of these don't matter as much. We'll get the attack plus 41 that. Almost getting slaughtered here anyway, so it's not gonna matter too much. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think so, because this is looking very bad for our guys here. We're on wave 23, and they're coming in fast and hard. Definitely cannot keep up with what's happening here. Here's the end. Alright, so we completed that. We made it to wave 25. Looking at this, Blazing Bolt was top damage at 44%. Tornado was next at 28%, followed by Spring of Sticks at 23%, and Lightning Chain at 3%. Lightning Chain is almost always down at the bottom because it's typically much better as utility than it is as damage. For the quest, we got Challenge 1 time daily during the event, which gives us 10 auto fight attempts. I always appreciate getting more of those. Okay, let's see here. Don't have too much time left. It is 12:58 already. But we will. I think I can probably do another storyline thing. That last one in that. But first, let's check on the arena. We can refresh. So let's do it. And let's see if we have anybody. Okay, 395,776 is K Junior. I wonder. It's like. I want to read it as K Junior, right? But is it like CA like California Junior, or is it like Cajun Junior? I don't know. It's a question that I would like to ask Kid Junior. All right, let's go ahead and do a fight. Monster BP is 395,776. We have 379,663. So they've got a pretty good, solid lead on us. I see that they have Neza and they have Sun Wukong and Gao Chan. So it's probably going to be nasty, but we'll see. Alright, they threw out Sun Wukong right out the gate. He's got Splitting Hairs, deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy, and inflicts stun. He also has these little fellows, these little clones of himself he can throw out there. Now he's thrown out Dao Chan. She appears to be in healer mode at the moment. When it's blue like this, she's healing. When it's red, she's DPSing, or she's increasing others' DPS more accurately. And then they put out Numera, who has Nature's Wrath. Immediately gains 2 extra Grimthorn spikes and rapidly launches all Grimthorn spikes to random enemies in range after charging for a short period. Each spike dealing 520% damage and inflicting 1 stack of poison. Let's see. I don't see anybody else. Oh, wait, there's somebody, I think, if I can click them. No, maybe not. I have no idea. Cannot tell. There's someone. Torador. Torador has Hellfire Burning. When activated, increases attack speed by 80, damage by 80%, and attacks multiple enemies in range, lasting 20 seconds. It's unfortunate. Okay, and who else? So we have Numera, Sun Wukong. Oh, there's Neza over there. Neza's pretty good DPS. Red Lotus Revenge. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create wind power whirl, lasting for 30 seconds. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets. Does stuff. Alright, defeated by Jr., 395,776 BP. And stats show that Sun Wukong topped the damage at 9,197,460, followed by Numera at 6,145,520. Then Xena and Naza pretty much tied at 5,300,000. So, very cool. It then goes to Idrin and Arrogance and drops down to so insignificant essentially after that. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. And then I shall hop out of here. I'm going to go check on Baruch because he has refreshed his wares. He doesn't have anything I'm particularly interested in, unfortunately. So out I go. And I said I would do that last storyline thing over here, but first, let's look at the events tab. Okay, that's Immortal Codex. I'm gonna look real fast just to see, like, how long do I have left. Okay, so I still have plenty of time to work on those later. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do more on that soon. I think I've leveled up some of my healers a little bit since I tried that Wasteland Titan. I would like to try it again. I think I can do better than this A rating here. I think I can get it up a little bit from there, but we'll see. That will not be today. Get out of here and go do the storyline that I said I would do. All right. Hey, Arubian and Realm Ruler, how you guys doing? All right. So on H7-15. We have 2 soul shards to protect. We've got a couple of those eyes on platforms. We're gonna need to stick somebody on. There's plenty of platforms. Looks like plenty of room to stick people out. They have 6 oncoming portals appear to be ground portals. Alright, they've got Abyss, Ludwig the Hierophant. He's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. He's a melee unit. He has life leeching, which means Ludwig unleashes his tentacles, immobilizing a random hero and preventing them from taking any action. The victim suffers continuous damage, while Ludwig restores HP based on the damage dealt. He also has Abyssal Touch. Ludwig summons multiple tentacles to attack all heroes in battle. And he has Abyssal Breath. Ludwig periodically releases Abyssal Breath, attacking all heroes in battle. Ludwig has been reborn from the Abyss. With a horrifying power granted by his master, the eternal eldritch god, Ludwig has now lost his humanity. That's why he doesn't have any eyes. Alright, then we have Mist Skeletal Soldiers, Mist Superior Abyssal Beholders, Baron Salem, Phantom Reaper, and Fallen Templars. Let us hop over here. Realm Ruler says doing great. Excellent, glad to hear that. Alright, we're going to fight. Stamina. Let's go ahead and use one of these big potions. I can throw the rest into some auto battles at the end here. Okay, let's fight this. Just to put it in a little perspective, you can see we're massively overpowered for these fights right now. The suggested BP is 228,659. The current BP of the team is 667,684. Peruvian says, yay, finally. Listen, it's a struggle, man. I'm doing my best here. Alright, I figure if I can throw a couple of the storyline fights in a day, or at least every other day, then I can slowly but surely make my way through it without the pain, right? Alright, let's start. We have to clear the stage with no hero killed in order to get the 3 stars, however. So this is the Descent. We've seen that before. It's interesting because it's not the Descent, which you would think, it's the Descend. Very humorous. Alright, what have we? Let's throw Arrogance out here, and then we'll throw Idrin on the other side and have those kind of covered. Now we gotta throw somebody onto these eyes so that we can take care of that and we can see people in the mist. Now we'll put her here and be good to go on that. Then we can start laying out some damage dealing types. So how about Solkadins? Or no, his name is not Solkadins. His name is Setram. It's looking right there. And then I think I shall put Solkadins here. And then each go over here and we'll can't quite hit her, unfortunately, but doesn't matter too much. I say her, it was actually a him. That's all right. Doesn't matter too much. I think this is perhaps the step that I need in order to update the storyline. I'm not really sure. Maybe. We're at 33 out of 57 at the moment. For the most part, I can't really do anything with these guys until they are visible by coming near these eyes, or until they run into somebody, depending on which kind of guys we've got. But for the most part, as you can see, they just kind of go invisible and can't be hit. Now, the Baron Salem's, they're always available to be hit, unless it's a missed Baron Salem. But in this level, they're all not misty. So we're at 53 of 57. This is the last wave of them coming out now. Just use all of everything. Blow it all up. Alright, so got a victory on that. Got 10 diamonds, one of these legendary extracts, one rare summoning crystal, 470 XP potions, and 630 coins for that. So, we finished H7-15, and that means we can claim this legendary extract right here. Hero's Path completed. That's cool. That was a number, it looked like 16. Claim rewards to unlock the next chapter. Well, heck yeah, let's do it. We got one legendary artifact essence for that. Obtain 5 flawless meteorites from artifact material raids. Well, hey, that's simple enough. Let's go do... Okay, so we'll start out with doing 5 fights. And see where that gets us. Zoom in the background. And... let's see. How long do we have on the elite? Another 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Okay. In that case, what shall I do while I wait? Well, I'll come click on this because we got it. And I guess that means I can come into this battle here. Okay. Back to the storyline. Claim this huge stamina potion. Clear stage 13 in artifact material raid. Well, we've already done that, so we get another huge stamina potion. Equip 4 heroes each with 1 piece of legendary or rarer artifact. Got that, so we get 20 diamonds. After receiving this quest, enhance 1 artifact to enhancement level 10. Alright, let's do it. Possibly. Okay, we'll see if we have something equipped to somebody who's not level 10 yet. That seems like a good first step. It also seems not incredibly likely that it'll be any time within these first guys, but surely I've leveled those up, right? You never know with me, but one would assume. Maybe there's one. Okay, good. Oh, okay. Tia's bomb. Sure, that's fine. We'll enhance. All right. Got the level 10. Claim that 100 mithril from that. Ha! Participate in the arena 5 times. Well, that's funny you should mention. All right, so we have another minute and 50 seconds before we can participate in the arena again. I could throw myself at these walls here. Um, I don't think that I will, however. Instead, I will what? I don't know. think think I want to go see about putting some more into this while we do the arena thing because it is 1:12 a.m. and we're stuck on the arena step because I'm certainly not going to get all 5 of those fights in the arena tonight. So just a second here. All right. 47 seconds left there. Trying to think, what should I do while I wait? We can come over to the events and look at this here. I can try this Wasteland Titan again real fast. Oh, weird. Why would we want to do an auto fight? Is there a benefit to that? Should I have been doing that? I have no idea. What does an auto fight do? What is this? Here's current artifacts info for the current stage have been saved. Battle record. I'm not sure what the benefit of an auto fight would be. Anyway, let's challenge. And this was the last setup that I had, it looks like. And not all of my people have things on. Feels like that's not good. Probably they should have things on. So let's put things on them. Increases AoE healing effect by 3 for every 1 allied unit. Sure, sounds fine. All fine and well there. And then Aaron is also naked. So, let's make him not naked instead. And artifact. When HP is at maximum, increases healing effect by 15. Whatever. Okay. Not going to start him up or anything crazy like that, obviously. So, we gotta think this through for a second. We've got the 3 on the right are the ones that dispel. The 3 on the left just do healing stuff. I mean, Chan also does DPS, but you know what I'm saying. Suggested VP is 202,000. We have 270,452. I wonder if I can do anything that makes sense here. I'm going to skip this intro. Actually, I'm not sure about this. I don't see... Okay. I could put in here and hit only this one. Then I could put, no, not her, over here. And then hit these 2. Yeah, I don't mind somebody else healing that. I just don't want to be in range of his heals, right? Isn't that what I was thinking? I think so. Oh well. Probably not how I wanted things actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, I need her to hit all 3 of those. Then I think I want her outside of the range of him, of his hits. Possibly like this. I'm not sure if that's the way to go or not. Unfortunately, let's see, where does he go? He goes all the way to there. I wonder if I put her here, she'll be outside of his range, but unfortunately, that would mean she couldn't heal the top one. I think I'm gonna go with it anyway. We'll see what happens. Who am I missing on? Who am I not fitting very well? Because I can put him, you know what, we'll just put him here. How about that? I have a couple on this side. Got those on that side. Sure, let's try it. May not be the best, but maybe. Alright, now somebody told me that when it turns purple, that means it needs dispelled, right? So, for this first little bit, it's just the one that's activated. And it's the one that Aaron is in charge of dispelling. He doesn't exactly have a super short but I do have Leia there, and she restores some rage, which is nice. And he's so wimpy, though. He just can't hold up. It's unfortunate. This is terrible. I haven't even gotten to the main thing. So that didn't work in the slightest. That was terrible. All right, but look at the stats. What happened here? We got okay, we want to look at the HP healed, obviously. And so it looks like Vortex did the most healing there, followed by Dachan. And then Aaron. Interesting. All right, well, unfortunately, that didn't work well at all. I wonder if I don't know. I'll have to try to rework that entirely. Okay. Good to know. Right, let's get out of here and go over to the arena where we can refresh our opponents. Okay. This is a terrible set of opponents. Clearly not going to work out for the moment. So, oh well, that's okay. We only have one more arena permit at the moment anyway. I guess I can chunk one over at Shadow. Shadow has 411,367 BP. And probably going to slaughter us, but let's do it anyway. We'll get one of the fights in, and that's, that's a good thing. That'll count toward the storyline, and why not, right? So he threw out Siren first. Siren has Sand Blessing. Restores 12 cost immediately and applies critical rate increase to 2 allies within 2 tiles, lasting for 10 seconds. After that, they put out Ezerek. He's very good. I've noticed he's pretty good DPS though. He has Void Ripper. He has World Destroyer mode and World Devourer mode. I don't actually know what those things mean, but they're obviously he's got some pretty good DPS. That's what I know. And just tore through that guy. what's going to happen over on my end is Xena goes down. Because these guys are much higher BP. Here we have Priya, Necrostorm Soul. Strikes enemies in range with lightning 3 times, inflicting 140% AoE damage and slows up to 10 something. Seems bad. I've never seen that one before. 411,367 was the VP of Shadow. Top damage on the board was Ezra, 6,252,050. It's very good. Following that was Xena with 3,197,700. And then I think her name is Valise, maybe. Valise and Idrin were relatively close in damage. At around, over 2 million each. So, nice. For that, we got 3 arena points and 4 dual champions points. I'll take it. Alright, out we go. We got some background fights to claim here. Rewards. 32,340 coins, 5,250 XP potions, a little bit of gear, and 200 Lost Legacy trophies there. Alright, very nice. Over in the Oracle's Trial, just to look at that. It's got an hour and 36 minutes left. We're at 7,320 trophies. That puts us in a decent possibility of getting 7th. By that same token, someone else could easily overtake us by then. So we may end up in 8th or even 9th by tomorrow. But it doesn't actually matter because all the way down to 10th, you get the same prize, which is 50 stamina. It really wouldn't matter too much if I threw in any more fights or not, because one way or another, odds are extremely good that I'm going to be somewhere between 7th place and 10th place by the time that the timer runs out on this. So, not too worried about it. Alright, I think then that I will go ahead and run one more because I see that I have some stamina to burn, and no sense in leaving stamina on the table when I'm about to kick out for the night, right? I think so. I accidentally pressed the plus button, however. So, there we go. Fixed to that situation. Alright. Very cool. I do want to see what's coming up. So today, we've got the Lost Legacy ending. Brave Conquest starts tomorrow. We looked at that earlier. We'll be able to earn points by looting gear pieces and meteorites from Gear Raid and Artifact Material Raid. Win rewards as points hitting milestones. Cool. And then Lucky Roulette is also ending today, and Treasure Hunt Celebration is going to start. Okay, that's the one with the lucky knives. Alright, cool. Well, I mean, I'm for it. Let's do it. Alright, I will also check the mine real quick before I hop off. We got 3,050 gold, 1,550 XP potions, 16 stamina, and 2 mithril waiting to be done with that. Taking that and running. So, it was a pleasure streaming with you all tonight, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can see next time I go live. And hopefully I'm going to see you all then. Have a good night.